So excited. There's still a dragon on set. Did you hear it? It's over there in the corner. Okay, this is a Christmas in July sale price, and this is Prindables. We love Prindables for 20 plus years here at QVC of confection perfection. This is a freshness story. This is a sweet treat that no one does it better. And this assortment, Mom, if you're watching, I put this in the show just for you. Because this is the 9-piece individual assortment with holiday stickers. And for those of you that love to gift Prindables, you're going to be very excited about this offer. You're getting 9 caramel apples, 3 triple chocolate and holiday sprinkle, 3 milk chocolate crunch and snowflake sprinkles, and 3 dark chocolate and white chocolate peppermint. Now, we don't have a huge amount of these to go around. As a matter of fact, if you want the November 14th ship week, we only have 350 remaining. If you want the ship week of December 5th, we have 1,400 remaining. First time that we've seen the holiday stickers, making them giftier than ever. And that sale price is $43.54. That price goes up at the end of the day, and the 5 easy payments of $871, those are gone at the end of the day. And Lori Shore is going to be joining us for this live presentation. Oh, she put together a gift basket. Hi, Lori. Good to see you.
It's so good to be here, Mary. I love it. I love this show, and I love working with our Printable shoppers on QVC. I know you feel the same way.
Yes.
QVC shoppers know how to give. They're great givers. They love giving. And yes, that's what's so fun about this assortment. So let me tell you what you're getting. 9 individually wrapped apples with a sticker sheet that you can use just like that. I happen to use curling ribbon. And because I have young kids, I've got a lot of curling ribbon. You know, that's the standard birthday wrapping supply. So I put ribbon around it so you can see what it all looks like together. But it's about your mom with the mail carrier.
Yes.
It's about all those people that we want to give something special to. And that's the hard part, to have a reasonable price, because there's all these people we want to thank in our lives, but give them something as special and unique as they are. And so that's what this is all about.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean, when it comes to the price on these, I mean, there's no price that we can put on the smiles that you're going to be seeing on the faces that you gift them to.
Yeah.
It's so true. And it all starts with the caramel and the freshness of the apple. I mean,
yes.
They're just so special.
I so agree. You mentioned the caramel. Sorry, I popped over here for a second. I've got to pull some of the caramel out, because for people that aren't familiar with Mrs.Prindables, we pioneered the gourmet caramel apple, and we did it in such an easy, simple concept, hard to employ, and that is gourmet fresh ingredients. We make our caramel in small batches every day from scratch. That's how you get this incredible consistency that blankets the apples. And it's to that caramel that we apply, even hand apply, those amazing toppings. You hit the flavors, but I think I'm going to jump in again if that's okay.
I'm ready to catch the caramel too if you're doing more drizzles. I got my hands out.
I want the big deal plate. Would that be so good?
It would be perfect.
Drizzle on it, add some apple slices. So cool. The first one that we had to include is our all-time most popular flavor. We want these gifts to be easy and enjoyable, and we had to give you our most popular flavor. That's white milk and dark chocolate chips with festive red, green, and white sprinkles. You get 3 of those individually wrapped. And remember, we took them out of the wrapping here just to kind of have you be able to look a little bit more closely at these flavors. I'm going to go to this one next.
Okay.
This is our Peppermint Bark, and you've got dark and white chocolate chips together. Right away, you've got this great layering of flavors, and then peppermint candy pieces throughout, on top of the caramel, on top of that U.S. grown apple. And last but not least, I'll cut into this one. This is just a classic, beautiful apple, and this is one that has milk chocolate chips, snowflake sprinkles, and last but not least, Peep bar toffee, and that is the 3rd flavor that you get. I think we've got everyone. I mean, if you don't like chocolate, obviously this isn't for you.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's a wide open lane, don't you think?
I think so. And I mean, 3/4 of what we brought in for our Christmas in July season in this particular offer have already been ordered. So I mean,
I love that. Well, it's really kind of unique to get. Oh, I got 3 here to show you. So you could do 3 of these trays.
Let's
When you're
take a look.
entertaining with that amazing shrimp we saw just a minute ago with Jen, this
Yeah.
can be on the dessert buffet right next to it. This is 3.
Beautiful.
You could still give out 6 as favors. And I cut up 1. It's a little hard to lift it up with the hot chocolate. We may not be able to show it because it's behind the graphic, but I have 1 cut up next to me. And even 1 apple does a great job. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, this will be interesting. I was a lousy waitress. I was a waitress
I
at
love
3 different places.
this will be
And
interesting.
lousy. That's 1 apple. You know
Wow.
what I learned? How to apologize being a waitress. That's on a different topic. But
Yeah.
you get really good when you get a lot of times to practice.
Well, and Lori, you've seen me operate. I mean, I am clumsy even when the ground is still. I was a flight attendant. Imagine how much food I threw
that's
around in a galley.
right.
Woo!
Oh, that's right.
It gets worse in turbulence. I have to say, each gift in this assortment is $4.84.
Can you believe it? And when you think about the equivalent of a greeting card, I got some others out here that you can gift in different ways.
Yeah.
Like one like a birthday gift or with a store gift card or however you choose to do it. Just a greeting card can be about that much.
Yes.
And if you're used to giving out greeting cards to your neighbors, those holiday cards or whatnot, give this a try.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really, I don't know if you've had the experience I have, whether it's the apples or the chocolate caramel pretzel rods. When I give them, I get stories.
Oh, for sure.
Do you ever get stories when people say, oh, I opened it and I shared it with so-and-so, or I haven't had a caramel apple since I was 10, or something like that?
I've told you this many times. I think I even shared it with you Thursday. My mother's mail carrier, my mom shared a Prindables apple with her years ago. And now in October, she starts knocking and saying, just so that I can prepare, mentally and physically, are you getting the Prindables apples this year? And my mom always says, yes, I promise, and then calls me and says, when will they be on? So I wanted to make sure she could find her assortment this year. Mom, grab this set because, listen, I've got some updates for everybody. These are going. The ship week of November 14th. I only have 275 remaining. For the ship week of December 5th, I have 1,200 remaining. So if you want them in time for Thanksgiving, in time for your December holidays, please order today because the price goes up at the end of the day and the 5 easy payments are gone at the end of the day. But I mean, the apples that are being used in this assortment, I mean, obviously they haven't even been picked yet, but which apples are being used in this one?
This one, so what's so interesting, and I don't normally have a chance to talk about this much.
Yeah.
We adapt to the apple season, what the apple crop is like.
Makes sense.
So typically use Granny Smith from Washington State Orchards that we've developed relationships with over the years. But we can also adapt. Since these apples haven't been picked yet, we're on the hunt starting now to see what varieties are grown best that particular year. But the goal is that tangy sweet combination to just balance out all those decadent toppings. Mary, something occurred to me as far as picking the ship date.
Yeah.
And I probably should jump into that for a second because these will stay fresh in the fridge up to 3 weeks. So when you get them home, put them right in the fridge. And that means if you pick that November ship date, and I'm going to remind me, what was that specific ship week, Mary?
Specifically, it's the ship week of November 14th. So they won't necessarily show up on the 14th, but they will ship out during that week.
Exactly. And so they're going to stay fresh in the fridge into that first week of December. If I can share personally, that's my date all the way. I have enough on my plate in the middle of December. So I get those gift out early so people can enjoy them while they're putting up their Christmas tree or whatnot. And then the other shipped week in December, I believe it's mid-December, or actually earlier December, I think.
December 5th.
December 5th. Okay, good. Fresh in the fridge through Christmas. Oh, and one other thing, before you eat them or cut them, take them out of the fridge an hour or so. You want those toppings to be room temperature.
Oh, they're good either way. The snap of the apple and the
snap.
caramel and all of the fun they're just festive and fun. And I think that bright, slight tartness from the apple and that super buttery richness of the caramel is now officially the holidays for me. I've been here at QVC for 15 years just this month. And Prindables is a bite into the holidays now, as far as I'm concerned, because I have Prindables every single year. I share them, I gift them. We love giving them to our neighbors and our friends. And every single time I think, It is officially the holiday season because I've had my slice of Prindables. I mean, and the fact too, we're getting the triple chocolate, we're getting the milk chocolate, and we're getting dark chocolate. I mean, this is truly the crowd pleaser of the Prindables apples.
You're right. The flavors are so key. We knew this is probably going to be a go-to assortment for so many people because you get the fun festive sticker, but you know what? You're not paying for the gift box if that isn't a priority for you. You get them individually wrapped. So price per apple, huge. And that leads us to the flavors. We wanted to make sure we got that triple chocolate, that #1 most popular flavor that we have in our assortment. And this is becoming a real classic for us. The Peppermint Bark. And what I love about it's a combination of white and dark chocolate chips with the peppermint candy pieces. And last but not least, I can't reach it over there, I'll reach it right here, is the milk chocolate Peep Toffee Snowflake apples. Oof. Mary, I also popped up this. I didn't have a chance to talk about it before, but you know, for a lot of us that have kids or grandkids or really involved in our community groups, you know, 9 apples are going to go in a snap. Yeah. But maybe you have fewer people on your gift list for whatever reason. There are other things you can use for these. If you've got birthdays coming up, it's again, instead of a birthday card, something like that, a gift card. That's something we really try to do for especially our elementary school teachers that just have so much on their plate. Add an apple to make it more personal. And I just love this one. I took the one that has no red and no green on it and put on a blue snowflake.
I love it.
And that could be perfect for the right person at the right time.
You know, and I think too, Lori, because I know you and I have talked about this in person before, and I talk about this a lot on air. I keep folks close to my heart that the holiday season is not the easiest time of year for them. And I am constantly looking for gifts to help bridge that season for those folks and maybe make memories that are a little bit more positive than the ones that they've experienced in the past. And I think this is one of those opportunities. Of course, I always want you to stay within your budget, but this is one of those bridge gifts. So if you can give the gift of food, it can be a bit of a warmer memory. That's just human nature. And so if it is a tough time of year for somebody in your family or one of your neighbors or a loved one, think about gifting them a Prindables apple and just say, hey, have a little bite on me, and remember, you're always welcome at our table when it comes down to that holiday season. And at $4.84 an apple, sign
individual
me
apple.
up.
I'm going to pull out the basket that has all of them here so you can kind of
love
get a
it.
sense.
Thank you.
When it comes to this basket, I added the curling ribbon, but you get the 9 individual. Wouldn't it be neat if it came with curling ribbon?
That'd be amazing.
Next year. We're working on that. Anyhow, 9 individually wrapped apples with the sticker sheet that you can put on there. And Mary, I just love what you said. I tend to think about people in that context when it comes to Mother's Day and Father's Day. You know, the idea that we all have our own stories to tell when it comes to that. But the winter holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, that is a really important time to give gifts. And 9 people. I mean, right now, you get to make 9 people smile. I'm loving it.
Me too. Oh, Lori, thank you so much for being here today. It's always such a joy to spend time with you.
Ditto.
Thank you, my friend. Bye for now. You know what? As we start to wrap up on In the Kitchen with Mary, I just want to give you a quick reminder of our QVC2 big deal. I have 20 seconds. You ready?
Jonathan.
This is going to be at a good clip. This is the Friendship Platter big deal. Woodland white. This is the classic gray, classic taupe, classic red, classic blue.